uh, when I've done many videos saying how should the middle class or lower middle class, let's say lower middle class or lowest middle class, or just drop the word middle class, somebody earning 50,000 rupees or 40-50,000 rupees and running a family of 4-5 people, what are the two important hacks that they have to do to be able to save money and invest and try to break out of that poverty or come up, right? Let's say coming from here to here or even going from here to here. Two very important things are, one is eating at home and second is using public transport. So let me cover both. The cost of raw material for the food that you eat is much less than the amount of bill that you pay at a hotel, and it's fairly obvious. They have to charge you for the labor of making it, the labor of bringing it to you, putting it in the vessel, right? The cost of cleaning up, that is the labor cost. Then there is rent, right, for the premises that is taken and used. So 1,000 square foot, 10,000 square foot, doesn't matter, but India real estate is expensive, especially in urban India. So when you eat one place or one plate of some dosa, which is 100 rupees, maybe material cost is only 5 rupees in that, or even lesser. But the remaining 95 that you pay is for the ambience and the labor, rent, electricity and all that stuff, and then of course the profit margins. The bribes that they pay, everything has to be built into your dosa. So to break up the cost of that dosa for 100 rupees is very difficult, but I don't think the material cost is more than 5-6 rupees, right? The remaining is your taxation, everything all included is in the remaining 95. So eating at home is one amazing way of saving a lot of money. Second, which I find it very difficult to believe, people with not much great income, struggling to pay their EMIs, still do not think it is worthwhile using the public transport. And public transport in cities like Mumbai is good. Of course, I'm going to receive a lot of hate mail saying my office starts at 3 a.m. Do you expect me to take a train? No, of course, there will be exceptions. But for normal people, taking a train should not be so much of a taboo as it is now. Because I know people who come and say, I don't have enough money for retirement, etc., but still drive a big car. To me, it makes no sense. In fact, it reminds me of one girl. Her name is Vandana Rao. Long ago, this is a very old story, I think 2008 or 2007. She had stepped down to go to office. So this is a story of Vandana. Vandana used to come and she must have been 20 something, very early 20s, maybe 23, and she would say, I need to save money, etc., but she never did. Then one day when she stepped out of the office in, I think in Vashi, to go to VT, she took a cab, and the cab driver told her, I've got 7 taxis running. And she was quite surprised. She said, what do you do? Are you a hitman? And he said, no, I do some simple things. He said, when you have to go to VT, what do you do? So she said, I take a cab like you. And that was a black and yellow cab. It was not the Ola cab. So he said, then how much do you spend? So it was 400 rupees or 500 rupees, maybe 600 rupees. I do not remember the numbers. He said, what I do is I park the car at Vashi station and take a train that cost me 10 rupees, right, or 15 rupees, whatever. So that's the amount of money that I save, and with all that saving I bought 1 taxi, 2 taxis, now I have 7 taxis running. People do not understand the importance of using public transport, especially if you're trying to save money. It cost me about approximately 800 rupees to take a cab from my house to say VT. I stay in Nerul, and it would take me exactly 15 rupees to go by second class train, and maybe 65-90 rupees to go by first class. Is it possible to go by first class in the morning during peak hours? Well, before 8 is okay, and after 10:30 is okay. During the peak hours, it's very difficult. It is very crowded. It is very inconvenient. I'm not saying public transport is great and you must use it. I'm saying if you are at that threshold, trying to get into saving more, the difference between eating out and eating at home, and the difference between using public transport and using own private transport, there's a huge difference. If that amount of money matters, let's say the difference is 8,000 rupees a month. If that 8,000 rupees makes a difference in your life, then you should worry about it. If that 8,000 rupees makes no difference at all in your life, then you don't do it for you don't do it for commercial reasons. You may do it still to save time. You may still do it if you are worried about the environment, saying I will not use public private transport. Those are different things. But economically speaking, somebody earning 1.5 lakhs thinks they can't travel by public transport in cities like Mumbai. The chances of you being able to retire at all or retire early seems to be more difficult. Nothing right, nothing wrong. Your money, your decision. Nothing right or nothing wrong. It is your money, your decision, your life. But understand your priorities. So if you can do an 8,000 rupee SIP, it's not that you will save the whole 8,000. Maybe you will spend 2,000, but you can do a 6,000 rupee SIP. Decide on your priorities. So I thought these are two money saving hacks which you could try if you are caught in that orbit which does not allow you to go up. Thank you.